guys, this week's update, just wanted to give you a couple little tidbits of what's going on with volunteers, but also wanted to say that with everything that's going on with more volunteers coming back on site and with new staff starting and more interns starting, things like that, I wanted to say that from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate so much all the compliments that you guys have shared with me and the rest of the staff over the past year about our videos. But I do want to say that we unfortunately will not be able to continue making them at the pace that we were making them in the past. We will still put out video content, but know that it is going to come out on a more natural basis from this point forward. We won't be able to put it out as regularly as we have been. It has been a pleasure to make these videos and want to still continue making educational material for you guys for our YouTube channel. So know that it's not going away. It's just going to be slowing down because we just don't have that same kind of time at this point in time. But thank you guys again for all the kind words you've shared about the videos, and it's been a blast making them for you guys. But know that you'll still be able to see our crazy sense of humor still shining through in the future, just not as often as we have been. So with that, let's go on to the rest of this week's updates.
Lift up the big rocks to make it easier to dance. Make this one be the benthic boogaloo. Shuffle your feet around, kick the water into the net. Like that. Right.
Yes, I did get you dancing, Bob.
Yeah. Oh, I see a sow bug now. Cool. Those are like terrestrial roly-polies, but they live in the water. Cool.
Hey guys, this week I just want to give you a short little update. And behind me, you'll see Lydia, our spring intern, getting to get some Stream Team monitoring practice with Stream Team volunteer Bob Virag. Bob has been a researcher with us for a really long time on the Stream Team monitoring, and you can go watch his other video that we have on our channel explaining all the little tidbits about Stream Team monitoring. And just wanted to give you some other updates about what's happening here on site. We have had in the last few weeks the beginnings of restoration volunteers coming back, and we've gotten permission to get some of our horticulture volunteers coming back. And so we are now going to be trialing some of those volunteers next week, and hopefully be able to get the rest of our restoration and horticulture volunteers back on site really soon. So we're just getting these little trial runs done to make sure that everything can go safely, and then we can get everybody back hopefully really soon. Now I want to talk to you briefly about what the volunteers that have been able to come back on this trial basis have been working on. So the few restoration volunteers have been starting to pull garlic mustard in our woodlands and a little bit of yellow rocket in our prairies. And now in the upcoming weeks, they're going to be working on this guy right here, This is the invasive bush honeysuckle. It's a nasty invasive shrub. I'm sure almost all of you are familiar with it, but just in case you're not, I'm going to break off a little branch here and show you how to ID it. It is opposite on the stem, so that leaf arrangement coming off the stem, they are opposite each other, so they are not staggered. The two leaves just come off the stem here right next to each other, and the flowers, those white flowers, come out of that same node where the leaves come out. And not very glossy leaves. They're kind of satin finish. It's another good way to tell it, and they come down to that really sharp point like that. So our efforts will be on pulling younger bush honeysuckle, because this is the time of year to try and work on that, especially after a little rain like I'm getting drizzled on right now. It'll make it nice and easy to pull. And we won't be treating any of the really big bush honeysuckle until later in the season, because that's when we're actually cutting those down and treating the stumps. And this is just not the time of year to do them. And so that's what the restoration volunteers have been working on. Now this new set of horticulture volunteers that we're going to be working with on a trial basis will be working in some of our landscape beds to start sprucing those up. And they will be working with our new horticulturist, Allison. Allison will be redesigning these beds with native plants in a more formal manner. And the horticulturist volunteers will slowly be working on those, helping prep them for planting, and then planting them in the future. Anything to say, Allison?
We're super excited to have volunteers back and can't wait to get to work.
Time to go inside.